Steve, from the stands, it looked a thoroughly professional performance. How would you assess
I was
it?
delighted with them on a horrible day, which makes for an FA Cup shock. And if we hadn't been up for it, if they say in old-fashioned terms, then we'd have got our backsides kicked, because Bury were spirited, and the pitch and the conditions made it a real cup tie. And I was delighted the way we've performed.
Okay, and
Didn't enjoy the last 5 minutes because I wanted the clean sheet, but apart from the last 5 minutes, I thought we were excellent.
we'll talk about a couple of youngsters. We'll start with the 16-year-old that made his FA Cup debut today, Josh Tymon. What did you make of it?
Well, you couldn't be anything but impressed, could you? I mean, it's fantastic to see for a club like ours, for the supporters to be having one of their own. It's terrific, and we've tried to address. We need to have more young players coming through. Certainly, with the size of City we've got, we should be producing more footballers instead of rugby players. So when you see somebody like him, then it lifts everybody. It certainly gives the academy a lift, and in that respect, you have to pay well done to Tony, who's only been in the job 2-3 years, and his staff. We've tried hard to turn it round over the last 2-3 years, and the fruits are there. And a 16-year-old, I can't remember many 16-year-olds playing. I remember 18s and 19-year-olds, but 16, he was only at school 6 months ago. So he's got a big future, and if he keeps learning and keeps grasping it, and we're delighted with him.
Yeah, he's a confident lad. When I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago when he got called up for the under-17s, I said, what's the ambition for the rest of the season? He said, get in the first team. And I sort of almost laughed, and I thought, well, interesting, but he's done it.
He's done it, and deserves to do it. And I was telling the local press yesterday, and on every position we've got, apart from left back, we've got 2 people for. And he's one where we've identified to say, look, I'm always a big believer in. And if they're good enough, then don't worry about their age, and they give you that youthful. And all the young players are starting to bear fruition at the moment, which is good to see.
The other young man that caught the eye was Chuba Akpom. What did you make of his performance?
Well, we all know what ability he's got, and there's things between his ears which needs to improve occasionally, of course. But he's got a fantastic ability. I'm delighted for him, because it's only a week ago he's thrown his toys out the pram, and rightly so for where he was. He's responded in the right way, which is take a bit of that, manager, and don't ever drop me again, which is the total response that you want.
Is it an attitude thing with them? And you like his attitude, I suspect, sometimes.
Look, good ones have always got something about them. That's what makes them good. But you have to be respectful for others, for one. And I think that's vitally important. Of course, you like a bit of attitude. That's what makes them. And he's certainly got a bit of that. But when he performs like this, and you realise that he's only 19. So he's got a lot of maturing to do. That's for certain. But there's no question about his ability.
I get the feeling he'll be one knocking on your door all the way through the week, saying I've scored a hat-trick in the Cup, get me in the league starting lineup. Has he got a chance?
Well, of course. I mean, look, next week, I mean, I've got no more Diarmi, no Curtis Davis, no Andy Robertson, no Moses Abejo, even stripped today. So, and Sean Maloney's got a calf strain. Now, I've got to pick a team that goes to Burnley next week, and of course, I've got to disappoint people. But I would much rather have it that way than any other way, because at the moment, the squad, I was delighted when we scored. The whole lot of them, the whole team celebrated together. And these are the ones who haven't been playing. They showed a great attitude today, and I was delighted for them.
Just on his second goal, the penalty, did you get the shout out to Michael Dawson to go and take it off David Myler?
When I seen Myler howling under his arm, I'm thinking, no disrespect to Myler, but when's the last time Myler took a penalty? And I'm sort of scratching my head thinking, can't really remember one. So, yes, Jubez took penalties all his life. So it was important that the penalty taker take it. And sometimes with the bell not on the pitch, he's a penalty taker, but I'm glad he scored.
A couple more questions. You said on Isaac Hayden you would try and get him out of Arsenal on a permanent basis. Have you any...
It's not going to happen. But he's going to stay with us. He's delighted, Isaac, that because he's been playing over the last month or so. So he will definitely be staying with us, unless something drastic happens in the next 24 or 48 hours, but I can't see it. But I don't think at this moment in time Arsenal want to do anything, so we have to respect that. And move forward.
The question I was sort of going to ask, have you any chance of getting Akpom on a permanent basis?
I've not really asked that, and I don't think that would be possible.
Right.
Burnsy, I don't think so. But he's got they've got high regards for him, and when you want a 19-year-old player like that, then of course they want to see him develop, and no, so I can't see that.